So the October 10th, 2016 edition of Monday Night Raw starts with Sasha Banks, the boss. And she comes to the ring and she gets in, pretty much thanks to fans and thanks to women that came before her, and pretty much was like, all right, yeah, look, she's proud to be the champion, and she said she was born to be champion, and it's like, all right, yeah, good. And then, of course, she talks about making history and wanting to make history again, and challenges Charlotte at Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell. Now, women inside of the Hell in a Cell in WWE, never been done before. So, in this era, who's better for them to pick except those two to go in there and tear it up? Now, I wish there would have been maybe one or two more ladies to get into this match, but I digress. So, Charlotte was going to come down and answer, but then she was interrupted by Rusev. Rusev and Lana walk past Charlotte, and it's like, okay, fine. Rusev says that nobody cares about their women's division, or it's like, all right, he's going to stir it up. He's going to stir it up now. So, and Lana, she gets on the mic. Rusev and Lana should just stay off the fucking microphone, because it doesn't do anything for the fucking show, really. Yeah. And Lana talks about, they're just, crying like little girls. And then they, in a moment of truths between Charlotte and Sasha, they team up against Rusev and Lana, defending their division. I applaud them for that. Look, Charlotte, she says she's the queen, no one interrupts her, and so on and so forth. Sasha, she's the boss. They both defended their fucking division at that time. Then Rusev about to get in the ring and do something, and then Roman Reigns comes out. Gets in the ring. Thank goodness he didn't get on the mic. And Rusev exits. And, okay, fine. It's just, that is what it is. So, New Day comes out. Still tag team champions, I might add. Wow. Just wow for that. And they proceed to talk about the Bay Area and pairs of the Bay Area. Then they talk about Sheamus and Cesaro. Because everybody knows by now that Sheamus and Cesaro are a team, and they're going to be getting a shot at the tag team championships of Raw. Yeah. They compare, they pretty much kind of praise Sheamus, and they didn't praise Sheamus, blah, 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 blah. They praise Cesaro, and they down Sheamus, saying that Sheamus is hot garbage. Still hot garbage. Okay, comedy aside, there was a match between Kofi and Cesaro, which Kofi actually wins because of distraction, because of Cesaro being knocked down by Big E after, Sheamus takes Francesca 2 away from Xavier and knocks him down. Then Big E attacks Sheamus. And during that distraction, when Cesaro was about to go for the Cesaro swing on Kofi, Kofi rolls him up and actually fucking beats him. Wow. I remember when during the commercial break that Cesaro was beat by Kofi Kingston. That was months ago, but people don't forget. So, Bayley faces a jobber. This women's division needs a lot of help. I've already ranted about Paige being suspended for 60 days. It's just jobber after jobber for certain women, and it's like, okay, Nia Jax wasn't even there this week. But after Bayley beats the jobber and goes back up the ramp and tries to do her wave thing, Dana hits her from behind and lays her out. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue that story. So, Jericho and R-Truth are in the back. Jericho's on the phone talking to someone, and, he goes by his usual catchphrases and his usual accomplishments of saying that he's a 6-time champion, he's the first ever undisputed champion, he's the best in the world of what he does, and he wants a payday. So R-Truth is hearing this and actually going to give him a payday candy bar. No, he's looking for the real payday. And R-Truth was like, okay, my bad. He walks away, and Jericho's like, I didn't say I didn't want it. The candy bar. Oh God, comedy. Jericho is just comedy. He just is. So they have a cruiserweight tag team match. Sin Cara is a part of the cruiserweight division now. I don't understand why didn't they keep Sin Cara and Kalisto together. That would have at least made some sense. Anyway, Sin Cara, Lindsay DeVardo, and they went against Tony Nese and Drew Gulak, which I guess they're pairing the Luchas together because that's the only way Sin Cara is actually going to get anywhere. He has to have a partner, and it has to be a Lucha partner or a mass partner of some sort. That's the only way he's going to make fucking sense. He's not going to get anywhere singles-wise in the Cruiserweight division. He's just not. I mean, yeah, just, okay, yeah. So, you have Mick and Steph in the ring, and Mick Foley is wearing a plaid suit, just like his shirts, you know. Okay, I'm not one to talk about style or anything, but okay, fine. And they run down certain things in Hell in a Cell. So, of course, they run down Rusev and Roman Reigns having their Hell in a Cell match. And Mick actually grants, saying that they deserve a Hell in a Cell match to make history. So it's going to be Sasha versus Charlotte, Hell in a Cell. Ladies, tear the fucking house down, please. And also they address Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. And that will be inside Hell in a Cell. So 3 Hell in a Cell matches will be at WWE Hell in a Cell. Cue Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Now, Kevin Owens is not happy about it. Kevin Owens is saying, wow, you're going to put me in a match that's going to, end your career, Mick Foley, and it's most dangerous. It's like, wait a second, Kevin, you do realize that 2 women were just put in that match, and you're trying to bitch about it? Yeah, we know that's the heel stick and all, but still, just get in there and fucking fight. And Jericho gets in there, and he has the list of Jericho once again. So, yeah, Foley made the list again. And it's funny because he looked like he was putting Stephanie on the list. But after the situation that they put forth, they said that if Jericho can beat Seth Rollins later on in the evening, that Jericho will be put in the match in Hell in a Cell, therefore making it a triple threat. And he scratched him off the list of Jericho. He scratched him off, which, I mean, it was just comedy at its best. It just was. And then we got a decent main event for Raw out of it. Seth Rollins, yeah, he has an interview, and yeah. Okay, look. It seems that they're trying to go forward with stirring the pot with Owens and Jericho, perhaps breaking them up sooner or later as friends. Yeah, they're trying to go there. And Seth Rollins saying about Stephanie and yeah, he's still going by that. He still wants to be Universal Champion. Fine. He says no matter what, if it's, triple threat or just him by himself, he's going to be Universal Champion. Yeah. Okay. So, tag team match coming up. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Yeah, they're trying to form the Social Outcasts again. Their leader is on SmackDown as a tag team champion, but yeah. So they were going to go against Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass doing their little stick. You can't teach that. How you doing? And then they get attacked by Anderson and Gallows. Anderson and Gallows trying to make themselves look seriously, be taken seriously. And for me, it's like, look, I just don't understand why they're not tag team champions by now. Maybe they want to do the New Day thing and have them surpass Demolition and then they lose it. But damn, they should have been tag team champions by now. But they got put in doctor's uniforms and ring post-itis and that shit. And why didn't they keep Dana Brooke with them? That could have been a remix of Tess, Albert, and Trish. It could have, but they decide not to. It's just, I don't know. So, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are still out there demanding for a match because the people that they were going to face were attacked. Enzo and Cass. So who comes out? Sami Zayn and Neville. Okay. They're not doing anything else. Sami Zayn and Neville are not doing shit else. So they go out there and they win the match. They pin Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas grabs his believe in Bo sign and walks away in disgust. Yeah. It's just, anyway. More shit, more comedy, more stuff with R-Truth beating Titus O'Neil. Titus, goodness. So without a partner, you're not shit. He's just not. And R-Truth only won because of distraction by fucking Gold Dust. R-Truth gets a win. Wow. That's something else. So there was a TJ Perkins, Brian Kendrick segment in the back. And TJ Perkins obviously is a gamer, and he makes a lot of video game references, you know. And talking about Brian Kendrick's past and everything, like he knows that he can be the Brian Kendrick. And remember, you know, when my N64 broke and you bought me a new one, and I was too young, and you used to come pick me up and take me to the matches. Yeah, TJ Perkins was saying all of this to Brian Kendrick. And, you know, he tries to shake his hand. You know, Brian Kendrick, he shakes his hand and then tries to attack them. And TJ Perkins just knocks him down and says, I guess I was wrong, and he walks off. Yeah, stir the pot, because at Hell in a Cell, it will be Brian Kendrick versus TJ Perkins for the Cruiserweight Championship. It won't be in a Hell in a Cell match, but it will be a match at Hell in a Cell for the belt. So, you get Braun Strowman versus the Splash Brothers. Look, the jobbers. Man. Now, Braun Strowman asks for competition again. And shout out to Blaze and Melfunski. Because they said that Braun Strowman looks like Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, which he actually fucking does, which is hilarious. But once again, Braun Strowman asked for more competition, and I guess the threat wasn't for this week, because he said that he was gonna, you know, there won't be no next week, there won't be a show, but there was a show, and of course he's laying the threat to Mick Foley again. There has been rumor that Samoa Joe is going to come up from NXT to face Braun Strowman or to feud with him. There was also a rumor that maybe Samoa Joe was going to be brought up to face Brock Lesnar. But that ship has sailed because of the whole Goldberg situation. Goldberg was on ESPN talking about, you know, Brock Lesnar, his match, his final match, and that was 12 years ago. And yeah, talking about coming back and facing Brock Lesnar again. And that may happen, so Braun Strowman may be fed to Samoa Joe. Oh well, I mean, bring up Samoa Joe, he's ready, have him hit that fucking roster. Maybe it'll be at Hell in the Cell itself. Maybe Braun Strowman will get on a mic and something like that, and Samoa Joe will come out in an impromptu match where Joe and Braun Strowman will either have a face-off or a match. Maybe that will happen at Hell in a Cell. Who knows? So, you have Sasha Banks and Roman Reigns versus Charlotte and Rusev in a mixed gender tag. Ugh, goodness. So, the heels win. What more can you ask for that? Charlotte taps out again, and Roman Reigns flies through the air and spears Rusev, and it's like, ugh. That match couldn't end soon enough. It just couldn't have. So, of course, more backstage stirring the pot between Owens and Jericho. Not once, but twice. Because they had an interview with Owens and Jericho and saying that Owens walked away last week. And then they're talking about Jericho maybe being put in the match at Hell in a Cell and so on and so forth. And eyeing the title. Yeah. One of the best parts of the night, Paul Heyman comes out and addresses the Goldberg situation. Yeah. And he talks about, Brock Lesnar, the Beast, versus the Icon. And he says what really sticks to him is that Goldberg actually has a one-up on Brock Lesnar. He said, wow. They even try to plug in the the WWE 2K17 game, which has Lesnar on the cover, and it showcases Goldberg and Lesnar, and it's like, alright, yeah. Plug in the video game, right. I'm not complaining as a gamer, but still, you know, stick to the wrestling. And, yeah, Heyman was like, yeah, you know, in the fantasy world, yeah, you're Goldberg and, yeah, stuff like that. But in Suplex City, you're next. And walked off. So, yeah, they're going to cross again. Okay. So, TJ Perkins actually has a cruiserweight match against Arya Daivari. Now, Daivari might sound familiar, but it's not Kosovo Daivari. It's actually a relative of his. I think it's his little brother. So, yeah. So, TJ Perkins actually wins with Brian Kendrick doing color commentary. Yeah. Then we get to the main event. Rollins and Jericho. But, again, stirring the pot backstage, you have Stephanie talking to Chris Jericho. Kevin Owens comes up and sees that, and he's like, what was that all about? And he's like, and Jericho's like, friendship. Yeah, stir the pot. If you're going to break them up and let them have a match, an epic match, please. Because if Kevin Owens retains, then Jericho may be his next opponent. Maybe they'll stir that pot. Maybe they'll break them up, so on. Maybe. Maybe Kevin Owens will make the list. I don't know. Anyway, Rollins versus Chris Jericho. Good match. Good solid match. Even though Kevin Owens came out, distractions, hit him a couple of times. If Jericho would have won, it would have been a triple threat. So, I guess they're trying to still sell the thing about Kevin Owens and Jericho being best friends. Yeah. Tried the walls. Well, he had the walls on him once, but at the end of the match, Seth Rollins rolls up Chris Jericho, and Seth Rollins gets the win. But Kevin Owens attacks Seth Rollins at the end of the match. Duh. And, okay. Rollins fins off Kevin Owens, then fins off Chris Jericho with a pedigree, while Kevin Owens walks away for the second week in a row. He walks away from Chris Jericho getting his ass whooped or getting his ass pedigreed by Seth Rollins in the ring. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. So Raw this week was, I didn't like the mixed tag. No. They're advertising Emelina. Ugh. No Nia Jax this week. Jobbers. Even Bayley's beating jobbers now. Come on. Bring more women up, please, that are credible, that you're not going to make jobbers every fucking week. Because Raw and SmackDown need help with their women's divisions. They just do. I don't know. What did you guys think about the show? Do you guys think that the show was good, great, down, jacked? Yeah, I don't know. This show was kind of to me. They're trying to hype up Hell in a Cell, and they have 3 Hell in a Cell matches. They have a cruiserweight match. We even have a tag team title match coming up with partners that can't get along. But the build-up is still not there. It's just not. And that's one of the main problems with WWE. They can't build up their events properly like they should. So, drop kicks, body slams, throwing motherfuckers over the top rope. Both be hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.